performance appraisal interview can often bring latent frustrations or problems to the surface. Being able to handle difficult situations effectively gives you the chance to identify and address any underlying issues and give your staff the support they need. We're going to look at a scenario where the appraisee loses their temper during the interview.
So you're saying that you recognise that you didn't fully meet the objective about developing members of your team?
Yes, of course I recognise it. And you should recognise that with everything else that's been going on in this department this year, staff development has been the least of my concerns. Oh, it's all very well for you to sit there with your lists of targets and goals. You have no idea the amount of work it takes to achieve them. No idea at all!
Even if you feel angry or upset by your appraisee's reaction, try to keep your emotions in check. If you respond in kind, it's only likely to make the situation worse. Watch how this manager handles the situation.
I'm completely taken for granted in this company. I keep my nose to the grindstone all year without troubling anyone when everybody else is up and down to HR all the time with their personal problems and their personality clashes and other touchy-feely rubbish, and then they get time off to sort themselves out. And who carries the burden when they're at home sitting with their feet up? I'll tell you who carries the burden, me. Good old reliable David who never troubles anyone, who just gets on with things. Well, maybe it's time I took a leaf out of everyone else's book and started complaining every 5 minutes. Seems to work for everyone else. It's about time I got some sympathy.
You're obviously very annoyed, David.
Yes, I am.
You've highlighted a number of things I think we need to talk about. I'm happy to discuss them now, or we could do it later. It's up to you, David.
Well, now's as good a time as any.
Okay. One of the reasons you're angry is that you feel I don't appreciate the effort you put in.
Well, that's how it feels. I just feel that I am taken for granted sometimes. I don't get the recognition for what I do.
When someone loses their temper in the appraisal interview, it's important to try to stay calm. Let them get things off their chest and listen and make a mental note of the issues they're raising. Once they have calmed down, start to work through the issues in a low-key way. You don't have to agree with them, but you should try and understand what the problems are. If the atmosphere remains highly charged, you might want to consider postponing the meeting to another time when you can both address the issues calmly.